Hi guys, welcome to Real Estate Tips with Miss K. It's a short talk show that I just introduced on my channel. We're going to be posting it every Sunday, where we're going to share tips of real estate with you guys. Some of the questions that come up while we share videos and all that is what we are going to be sharing. Things that people want to know about real estate, questions that boggle people's minds when it comes to buying real estate and all that is what we are sharing. So today we are launching the first episode right here on this channel. You're welcome. Please share. If you have questions, put them in the comment section. Anything pertaining to real estate, so that of course we can bring it up in the other episodes as well. For my first episode today, I'm going to be focusing on documentation. When it comes to real estate, documentation is really, really very, very important. And so I'm sharing three things that you need to check before you buy a home or a house, especially here in Ghana. Three things you need to check before you buy a house in Ghana. That's what I'm sharing with you today. And the first thing that I have listed right here is the property documents. Just as I mentioned, documentation is very, very important. When you are buying a property in Ghana, you need to ensure that every document that is being given to you or that is going to be shared with you is really, really authentic. All the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. Make sure the seller actually has the right to sell the property and have the documents properly before you pay. Do not let any money go out there if you haven't seen documents, you haven't seen contracts, you haven't seen titles, you haven't seen registration, all that SPAs pertaining to the property and all that. If you haven't seen those things, whether online or physically, do not put your money into any property unless maybe you are putting a deposit down um to probably say that, okay, when I get the documentation and everything, I'm going to then balance. Yes, so that's it about documentation. Make sure you have the right documents and then you check with the appropriate agencies to be sure that the documents that have even been shared with you are the right ones before any money exchanges hands. The tip number two that I'm going to be sharing with you is about inspection. It's about verifying the property and ownership. So yes, you've probably seen the documents. You've seen somebody's name on it. Maybe Riraki's name is on it, and Riraki is my name. So let's say I have my name on the document, and I'm selling to you. You need to verify from the right authorities, from the right channels, whether what I am sharing with you that I'm saying belongs to me actually belongs to me. So verify the property and its ownership. If I'm selling a land to you and I give you the documentation for the land, you check the documents are right and all that. Go a step further and make sure you verify those documents. Go to the Lands Commission, go to the agencies or wherever you need to go to get the documentation right and ensure that the documents are correct. They belong to whom the documentation is saying it belongs to. Do not rely only on what the seller or the agent tells you. You know that sometimes agents can say things to you and probably it may not be accurate because they may have not also authenticated those documents or verified those documents. So don't just rely on what your agent tells you or what the landlord tells you or what the seller tells you. Do your independent searches and confirm that the property matches the documents, and then you can move on, right? I think we are learning. Please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section. And now we move on to tip number three. Tip number three that I'm going to be sharing today is inspect the property properly. Inspect the property properly. So let's say you're buying a home. You've done the documentation, you verified, the documents have been given, everything signed, or before you are signing. Make sure you are inspecting that property that you are buying to be sure that everything is intact according to the documents, according to what you verified. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to use a house as an example again. For instance, if you are buying a home and you verify documents and then everything, try and walk through the home. Try and check doors. Try and check painting. Try and check for dampness. Try and check for washrooms. Try and check for plumbing. Try and check all those things. That's what I mean by inspect the property. So look at the structure, look at the roofing if you can, look at the plumbing works, look at the electrical works, look at drainage and surrounding areas, look at security, especially also. Because a beautiful house can still have extensive problems, you know. Sometimes the property may look very, very beautiful on the outside or may look beautiful once you enter, but then once you start checking for certain things, you would realize or you will notice that some things have not really been done well. That's why we always ask that do a walkthrough with the seller or your agent and then check for these things, especially before. Most of times, people would normally do the walkthrough once they are done with payment and they are about to move in the house, you know, when everything has been done, they settled transactions, signed contracts, and all that good stuff. Then they go and do a walkthrough and then they start decorating, the keys are handed over to them. But I think that before you even do that, you know, your payment and all that, you should have been able to do a proper walkthrough and then ensure that all the things that has to be checked for you are checked for you properly before you make payments. I hope that we have learned a lot from this session, and I'm gonna come by again next week, same time, to give you more tips on real estate and construction. My name, as always, is Miss K. Thank you so much for coming by and watching. If you have further questions or comments, kindly leave them in the comment section, and of course, I will put it up in our next video and then we all discuss about it. If you also have things that you would want me to share on this segment, you can as well put it in the comment section and we will attend to it appropriately. Thank you. Bye.